Alright, so hope everyone's well. As you're seeing from the title of this video, this is my wish list for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Black Ops 6 releases, I think, on the 25th of October this year. So I'm just going to get into a bit of points on what I believe could make this Zombies good. I'm not saying as good as Black Ops 3, as you're seeing from this video, but something decent which will keep people interested. First point I'm going to get into the first point I'm going to get into above right here is the return of complex tie rounds. With Cold War, we saw what was, decent Easter egg speed runs, high rounds for a lot of people that I know were not interested. Well, a lot of people were not interested in playing high rounds on Black Ops 6, mainly because of the fact that I think a lot of stuff was extremely overpowered. The high round strategies were not very complex. It would require you to just sit in a corner, spam the wonder weapon, whatever wonder weapon is on that map. We're going to use D-Machiner, for example. You spam the I can't remember what the name of it is, the die shockwave or something like that, and of course the ray gun, and you're picking up salvage, you're buying choppers, such and such and such. But it was a little bit too easy, almost impossible to go down until the what was it, I can't remember the boss number. Boss number for that map is the mega something, whatever. It's basically impossible to down until he spawned in. But no, like it was too easy. People, I'm sure the world record for that map is like round 600 something, and the rounds are really short as well. So I think the rounds, going back to what they were, obviously I'm aware that there's going to be no local play with Black Ops 6, which in my opinion is a shame, but then again, it also is what it is. But the return of complex high rounds taking their time would be good, for such strategies to return as, what I'm doing in this video here, the giant first room, or, Zetspo's skull room, something along the lines of that would actually be really good. Next point I'm going to get into is a mix of complex and basic maps. Now, obviously, the complex maps, Black Ops 3 has an absolute ton of them prior to Chronicles. With Origins, also a very complex map. But I also think that that basic maps will help push things forward. If people want to play their complex maps, that's cool. Setups and whatnot take a while, take their time, but it's worth the reward. And basic maps, just being able to turn on the game and just get straight into it, I think is also brilliant. You need to have that balance between both. You're going to have days where you've gotten home from work or something. Last thing you want to be doing is some tedious tedious strategy, and you don't even get to the point of doing what you want to do anyways, and you just turn it off straight away. So I think having that balance between both complex and basic maps would be a very good thing. The next point I'm going to get into as well, it ties in with my first point, is a nerf to salvage. As I've seen the leaks and whatnot, salvage is returning for Black Ops 6. But I think in a way it was a lot too easy. I think they even need to nerf the spawn rate, or as you go through the rounds, everything costs that so much more, to the point where you can't just stack and stack and stack and stack. Obviously, the return of four downs, game over. I think that would be brilliant, because you could basically buy self revives from the buy machine, and it was just that bit too easy. So I think a nerf to either how much you can store and make things cost more in the higher rounds, I think will also be a good thing. Obviously, gobblegums are returning. I've got no issues with how gobblegums worked in Black Ops 3. So I mean, providing it's the same. It shouldn't be an issue. Next point I'm going to get into as well is the return of AATs. As you're aware from Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, you double papa gun, you get an effect such as dead wire turned fireworks, or what was it, blast furnace, something along the lines of that. Obviously they can add their own different things and such, but I think how it worked in Black Ops 3 was sort of pinnacle on how things were. But I think something along the lines of that, or there's not really much to get into, but I think overall, I think it's, you know, added a lot of complex, well, in terms of high round strategies and such, I think it made a lot of things better. For example, you know, playing the giant here, if there was no AATs, you're going to be using traps, you're just running from trap. I think that's quite boring. I think running around, you know, in a high spawn rate, being able to do things such as this, I think is, you know, better. It's a lot more enjoyable, and overall, I see absolutely zero issues with it. Obviously, they didn't bring it back with Cold War. They just added weapon rarity, which in my opinion was a bit, you know, it's a bit shit. You couldn't really do anything. I think they did actually add something in the end, but it wasn't amazing. So, and the final point I'm going to get into, the fifth point, is keep round based the focus of zombies. Obviously, we had Cold War. In the end, they had a great starting point, and then they just put a lot of focus into Outbreak. I think a lot of people, including myself, I couldn't really care less. I played Outbreak maybe for like a week or 2 weeks. After that, it was just straight boring. You know, they have something that works with round based, and I don't really think they should be changing that. But you know, they've already said they're going to keep round based, but I think if they keep round based the focus and keep bringing updates, I think it will keep a lot of people interested. But you know, obviously they're going to bring Outbreak back no matter what. They've made their stance perfectly clear on Outbreak. But I think, obviously, like I said, round based is and always will be what zombies focus is. But no, let's just see what they do. But overall, I think those are my, you know, top 5 points, of which I think could make Black Ops 6 a good game. Obviously, the beta is later this month, and I do remember reading something that they're going to do a zombies beta, so I'd be interested to play that. Overall, though, in terms of zombies, you know, I've not really been playing much. I played a bit of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. It was a bit shit, but that is sort of what Outbreak should be, you know, like an open world, running around doing such and such and such. You've got higher threat zones. I think it's a lot better, but overall it just got boring. Obviously Vanguard, played it once, never playing it again. But no, yeah, let's see what they do. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, and I shall catch you in the next one. Take care.
No, it might be around now. Die. Oh,